Yeah, sometimes they throw on Greek tragedies from over 2,000 years ago. The SAT can do whatever they want, but they're going to give you stuff that give you instructions that you can follow without ever having even heard who Sophocles or even the ancient Greeks were. So let's take a look at what they want. Okay, there. This is mourning for her dead father and her long absent brother. Okay, so Electra is translated by this person. Oh, I got caught in the name. Electra, who is mourning for her dead father and her long absent brother, is aware of the intensity of her grief, but believes it to be justified. So grief is justified. That's kind of what stands out to me. The part that says she's mourning, I have a feeling all the choices are going to do that. I could be wrong, but that's my initial guess because that just seems descriptive of the scene rather than giving us asking for something that we want. So we want to illustrate the claim. O thou pure sunlight and thou air, earth's canopy, how often have ye heard the strains of my lament, the wild blows dealt against this bleeding breast when dark night fails. So lament is being kind of sad about something. So this definitely seems like grief. Believes it to be justified. I don't see anything that stands out as meaning that. Maybe I'm just missing something, so I don't want to eliminate this choice just yet, but let's keep going. Send to me my brother, for I have no more the strength to bear up alone against the load of grief that weighs me down. Again, grief is there. Here is probably even more of a trap because a lot of you are going to see the word grief and just be happy with that. But is it justified? What's saying that I'm okay? It's okay for me to be grieving. I don't see it. So I feel more confident getting rid of this one, mostly because I understand it. It's shorter and the words are not as scary. So I feel pretty good getting rid of that. C, I know my own passion, it escapes me not, but seeing that the causes are so dire will never curb these frenzied plaints while life is in me. Okay, so this is tough. I mean, curb these frenzied plaints, that sounds pretty negative. So maybe that's grief. And then the causes are so dire. So the cause of the grief is dire, meaning serious. So that's why it's justified. I feel like I'm stretching it. But at least it's something that's kind of saying a cause of something. I don't know. Let's keep going. D, but never will I cease from dirge and sore lament. Again, that's grief, it's sadness. While I look on the trembling rays of the bright stars or on this light of day. But why is it okay that you continue to grieve? Why? I don't see that. So this would be a case where I would mark for review. I am pretty sure it's C at this point. I feel like that's the only one that had anything that closely even resembled a cause, a justification. But I don't know that I understand it enough to be sure. I don't know that reading it more would help, but remember why you bookmark things. You bookmark things because you are less than 95% sure that you have not proven your answer quickly and confidently. I don't have confidence here. I don't think I've proven it for sure. It's too hard, but I'm placing a bet and I'm, let's say 80% sure that I'm right. And that's what you got to do sometimes on the hardest reading passages. Now, C is correct. And it's because of what I said. I'm desperately looking for something that has this idea that matches with this strong word of being the grief is justified. It is allowed. It is permitted. There's a reason for it, right? That's what it means to be justified. So seeing that the causes are so dire, right? Okay, why is it okay that I grieve? Because things are bad. I'm justified in it because the causes are so dire. It's not, I don't get it necessarily in any deep way, but it's something. And this is not just a strategy I'm using for these illustrate the claim passages. This is something I'm using on every type of SAT reading passage. Is if I don't understand what I'm reading, well, there's usually something that I do understand in the choice that is going to move me the other way and help me understand what I'm reading. The thing about these illustrate the claim questions is they kind of flip it, right? The passage is in the choices and the choices are in the passage. In other words, the clear, simple thing that they want from me is in the passage itself. It's this part right here. Then the answer choices are basically kind of snippets of 4 different passages that are supposedly going to match with this. So they kind of flipped the ordering of the question a little bit from what I'm used to, but the idea is the same. There's going to be one of the two that is easier to understand. Focus on that and then try to pull out from the difficult passage that idea and try your best to make sense of the passage, knowing what you're looking for. If If you were to just ask me to understand or explain to you what C means, I've got nothing. But if I look in, oh, does it mean that the grief is justified? Yeah, I guess. I see it. I see it there better than anywhere else. And sometimes that's all it takes to pick an answer.